Hello and welcome to week 9.5. Technically still week 9, but in week 10 during the bye week. Just so happens that 116th and PKKA decided that it would be better to play it this week instead of last for both the teams. So we right now are going to get into this game in just a few seconds here. Again, it is the week 9.5 or week 9 battle between 116th PCD Greyhound out of Germany and PKKA out of Russia there. Going to be an interesting game. I know, obviously, 116th the heavy favorites to win today, but PKKA, if there was ever a time to take a team by surprise and do something absolutely insane, today would be the day for them. Honestly, they need to come out of the gate hard, throw everything they got at that midpoint, and maybe something will stick. We saw against the five, PKKA were able to destroy the transport truck off the bat. That gave them a 5 to 10 minute window to hold that midpoint, right? So anything is possible in this game, um, especially in Herc and Force. Now, week one, this is a rematch of week one between, excuse me, just had some pistachios there stuck in my throat. This is a rematch of week one. So PKA versus 116th. 116th off the bat on week one was just insane with their rollout. Now the roles are reversed this time. So what does PKK have to offer in this? Do they go for that through the woods kind of snaking opener that we saw from 116th? Or do they, come up with a new strategy and maybe involve their artillery somehow? Because the middle points here, it'd be interesting to see what we get. Obviously, if we're on the north side on North Pass, I'd say that's a little more towards the Allies side of the advantage there. We've seen that last week with the Allies having a little advantage off the bat. If we're in the center of the map, I think that possibly could go Allies too. I mean, that's what the matchup was week one, I believe. And there's just on the German side of the point, there's just not a lot. It's higher ground, and you got the high ground with some bunkers, but there's just so much open cover or no cover, open fields for tanks to shoot, for machine gunners to shoot, for snipers to shoot, and it's so hard to get down onto the point, and that's what we actually saw in week one there. So if there ever was a time, now is the time. That's all I'm going to say for that. As I think both teams are looking to get ready to start this one here. Just looking at the team, so we got 46 and 47. So just missing a few players from either team, and also about 2 minutes to go until that start. 116th, this is going to be a trial run for them. I know they have a league match coming up against STDB, and that's probably going to be in the back of their minds here a little more. But if, like I said, if PKK ever had a chance, now is it. We did see some good glimpses out of them early on in the HPL, but they've been a little quiet recently. And I'd love to see them just throw everything, everybody at the midpoint. Like, throw everybody you got. Maybe send some recon for the artillery, but mostly I just love to see PKK absolutely throw everyone at this, apart from their own recon and their own guys on the artillery. I'd love to see them attack. I want to see them go for an attack. I want to see them execute a strategy in here. I want to see what they have on the attack again, because for a time there, they were getting people on point and attacking and getting some kind of thing together going. But the last couple of weeks, it seems like they've been turtling a lot, and it's not working out. It just isn't. So hopefully they can get on the attack. I'd like to see more of what this team has. I'd love to see some more strategies possibly too, because I mean, we've seen 38th. 38th is on the up and up. They beat the five last weekend, which consequently is part of week 9. So what can PKA do? Can they see some strategies possibly? Sorry, just gonna adjust the mic a little bit here. Do they have some strategies that they can watch, some tape, maybe get some new kind of blood into that thought process around how they're gonna play this one? I'm not too sure, but I know that 116th has to be overconfident in this match. They're super confident. They're gonna be going for a very quick match, and that's gonna leave them exposed. And it's just a matter if PKK can feel where those holes are in 116th game. If they appear, 116th, when you're going for a crazy win, when you're going for a really fast win, you might overlook something when you underestimate your opponent. Now we saw that 116th against 38th earlier in the season, where they were cruising to a 5-0, and 38 said not today with two Tigers smashed the defensive point, went back to 3-2, and almost went up 3-2 to win that game. It was really close. So, it's definitely a possibility here. And I don't want to count PKKA out, but I'm definitely rooting for them to kind of find their mojo here in the league and get some plays together. Even if they do end up losing the game, I'd love to see just some crazy plays, some crazy attacks, maybe a nice airhead somewhere. Take a page out of the book of some of these other teams that are doing some interesting strategies. Maybe they find a kill, a snipe. I think we saw that in the 38th game. The 5 had a weird angle onto one of the garrison placements on North Pass and was just hammering and hammering it. Now they didn't quite put it off, but if they adjusted their fire just a little bit, it would have been perfect. And that was with a Lux. So anything like that's possible, right? And if you just watch the tape from some of the games, you can notice some little strategies, maybe some garrison placements that some of these teams could use here. Because I'm rooting for them so hard. It must. I can't explain or imagine how it must feel. Sometimes you constantly getting some of these games and your team's not performing. Maybe there's some animosity on the team, but it must feel so amazing for the guys like 38th when they do go and win the games, and it just must feel so good. I mean, they won League Two in Germany. They're coming into League One, I believe, next season, and they're just using that huge confidence waves. It's almost like their game against 116th was the catalyst for a massive wave of confidence in the team, and they're playing like a different team. So if 38th can do that, I have no doubt that PKKA also can. It's just going to take a little bit of motivation, a little spark in the team, and a little hunger, to do that. And hey, if they try something that falls flat and doesn't work and they lose, that's fine. But just getting in there and trying those different strategies, I think, is really important for them. I do know that they did lose a few bodies for the team. I'm not too sure if they've definitely replaced them, because there is a 47 in here from PKK right now. Well, 46, not including the ref, but we'll see if maybe some of those replacements, how they can do, how they fare, and what the team is looking like now. Because what I did hear was that they lost a squad. Now I haven't confirmed that. I don't speak Russian. We need a some kind of sports center here for Hell Let Loose Competitive to go over trades and acquisitions or something, and what's going on in the team, so we can figure it out. But we'll see if some of the new players they picked up are featured. Not seeing too many like recruits. I don't know if PKK actually has a recruit tag at all. Seeing some familiar faces in here for sure, and some new faces too. So we'll see how they can do. It is about 3 minutes past the hour. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the refs to see if they're ready to go. Ready to go. And yeah, if you're wondering, there's nobody on my right here. Jay Real was not available today. He's got some family things going on. So yeah, it is what it is. It'll be a lone cast today. A few people spending the time on the weekend with their family, and you can't fault people for that, man. I believe it is also Thanksgiving over in the U.S. weekend, or maybe that's next weekend. Not sure. It's weird how two countries so close together. I'm in Canada, and Jeriel, Gadarian, and the other casters in the U.S. How two countries so close together can have such drastically different Thanksgiving. I mean, in Canada we had it like almost a month ago now, so we're out on that. News from around the league, was going to cast a match after STDB's prep match for the match tomorrow against, or the next match against 116th. However, they came out and said they didn't want me to cast it because they didn't want to reveal any of their strategies. So STDB is playing 38th after this match. I was going to cast it for you guys, but unfortunately, STDB would rather just keep their strats under wraps and surprise 116th on the match. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that match too. I'd love to see the last two matches of the German league. I'd also love to cast it. I heard there was a decision that the German league would only be cast in German, but I hope for next season they can overturn that, because I think that's one of the ways we can grow Hell Let Loose competitive scene, is just by having more exposure for the leagues. Especially in NA, we didn't really have a lot of competitions. And I'll use an example. I mean, the Euros have at least 3 weekly events. You have squad line battles. You have Greyhound Night. Core's doing event this week. And NA had one this week. And the 3 Euro events were very well organized. More than enough signups ahead of time. uh, multiple clans in there. They didn't private server, and they filled it, and it was great. It was good, and there was three different events, right? But then when we go to NA, we have one event on a Friday. We couldn't fill the server. We invited Euros. I invited some Euros to join. They came. They brought two squads, I think, and we had to open it to pubs because we didn't have enough people. I think things like broadcasting these matches and getting NA more involved can kind of bring the community together and maybe get some of those events in the NA scene more popular. So we'll see maybe one or two NA events, weekly events where comp teams come together and battle it out. And I think that would be awesome. So going back to the German league, I hope I can cast it next season. That would just be awesome. I'd love to see how the teams play and kind of give some exposure in English towards some of these matches, so that maybe some we can build up the community in NA at least, and just build up German communities too, because NA is a huge market, and get some visibility for some of the teams that are playing in the league. Because from what I've heard and seen so far, I mean, I don't speak German, but there's been some epic matchups in the German league, and it would be so awesome to be able to see those matches and to follow along in English at least. The match did flip, but there was a DC, so I'm gonna try and connect back. It looks like we had a mass DC, so not too sure if we're gonna have a double flip. That's a high possibility here. Double flip the map. One of the things I'd love to see though is a pause function. I mean, admin's pausing, both teams flood in, unpause, and the game starts. Stay tuned on my channel, Heathen Hammer. I'm gonna have a video dropping about all the Christmas wish list for casting the game. But let's see here. We're gonna double flip, possibly. Just waiting on admin where, yeah. So wish list for casting, guys. I don't know if you guys watch a lot of competitive Hell Let Loose, but one of the things that's huge, we have like the colors of the team. So colors of the teams, blue and red, but they switch depending on what team you're on. I would love to see like allies be blue, Axis be red, and that stay no matter what team you're on. That would be huge, because then it wouldn't be confusing when you're trying to cast a game, you're switching teams, and the colors always change. It just doesn't make sense like that. Another thing I'd like to see, admin cam. Uh, there should be a spectator slot, maybe 5 slots on the server for spectators only, and you don't commit to the cap of either team. I think that would be huge. It would just allow for more people to come in and watch. You could get multiple cameramen in from multiple camera angles. You don't have to worry about people not playing on a team. Like if there's only one caster, then one team has 49. Stuff like that would be huge. I'm just gonna get a confirmation here to see, because we do have North Pass as a point, as a midpoint, but do have North Pass as a midpoint, but I'm not too sure if we're going to stick with this or if we're going to play it. So I'm just furiously okay. Looks like we are going to be double flipping the map. Unfortunate. I'd love to see North Pass again. We only saw it once, and that was 38th versus the 5 last weekend. But it's a fun point. I think it's the best, most entertaining out of all the points. My personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the chat of Twitch or on YouTube. It's just there's buildings, there's cover. I think the Allies are a little favored, of course, because that town is on the Allied side. The Axis do have bunkers and some hard structures where they can put garrisons behind too, though. So it's not too bad, and it kind of offers the Axis a little way in down the river there. I've seen a lot of clans using that from the Axis side on North Pass to get into the town, down the river, and kind of skirt underneath the defenses that are up on the hill there. It's probably my favorite point. I know a lot of people like Siegfried Line. I'm not huge on Siegfried Line. I think it's too open on the Axis side. I think there needs to be more bunkers or cover or trenches, because time and time again we've seen teams not be able to push down that hill to the midpoint. Almost the Allies, even though the Siegfried Line's on the Axis side, the Allies can almost get there first. We saw that with the reversal of this match when 1/16th was on Allies, and they just yeeted to the point. And PKKA was there, but the tanks from 1/16th were engaging transport trucks, and it was just a mess. And then we saw the airhead play, of course, from 1/16th following up and taking that game. Really nice airhead play from them. But Right now, we do have some people moving out, just waiting, I guess, for confirmation of flip going on here. Yeah, they're just waiting for members to flip before they double flip, and then I guess we'll start. Going back to other things, yeah, about casting. There's a lot of different tools. We can actually pop in the game, and I can show you guys right now while we kill some time here. A lot of different to use. So you got the colors that change, of course. Colors change. I'd love to see also we talked about the admin cam. Let's see first person though. First person is a huge thing for Hello Loose. Apologies there. Gonna oh that is off. Okay. So when you go on to a player, you can get a third person view, or you can stay in third person here in a float cam. What I'd love to see is the devs implement the ability to go first person when you go on board with somebody. That'd be a cool little thing here. And apart from that, one of the biggest things too is being able to see the map. Like, look at this. I can see all of 1/16th. I see none of PKK. I am in admin cam too. If the devs would allow for one person to see both teams, that would make doing kind of strategic analysis during the game that much more important, that much more available for teams. You wouldn't have to do some crazy kind of split screen where you do both teams over top of each other. None of that kind of stuff. It wouldn't be necessary because you'd have the ability to do it. I'm sure there's a way to key out, like at least the blue for sure. I know you could key out and put in, but for the red it'd be a little harder. But still, there shouldn't have to be this kind of crazy wizardry to get these this info out there. You should be able to just kind of pull up the map, maybe have one streamer with a map up, and you can always reference that and do some kind of strat sketches and see both teams like tactically on the map. What else do we have here? That's probably it for just the off the top things. As we wait for the map to be flipped, killing time in style. What do you guys think for admin cam? What would you guys like to see most about this? Definitely, I know. I'll show you an example of the third person view. We use this a lot in the HPL here. Now this is a tethered third person view that you can zoom in and out of by using the scroll wheel. If I could go inside, but let's say I zoomed in all the way and it stayed that way, and when I clicked on somebody, it would just go inside to their POV. That would be huge. That would be game breaking. You wouldn't then need to use streams from streamers. You could just use a second cameraman that could be looking for those small skirmish fights and literally just queuing into people and calling out that he's got a good fight and then going on. Same thing for tanks. I think we could see possibly some tank action where you get first person on tanks. I'd love to see name tags for tanks. All this stuff is going to be in a video though that I'll release in the future before Christmas, just with my Christmas wish list for the casting cam for Hell Let Loose, because I think if those things could be achieved, you know, you see both sides of the map, you get POV, the colors stay the same. And there's a few more I have written down. That would just crazily, it would improve the broadcast quality immensely, and we could do some really cool stuff from the broadcast side. Oh yeah, and admin not having to join a squad, that kind of stuff too. That would be so huge. We'd actually be able to have 50v50, and then we could have 2 or 3, 4, 5 admins in casting the game. No need to have you know, me inside a squad in the game. You know, it's just a spectator mode. Another cool thing would be replays of the game. For strategies, having a full replay, I think that would do a lot of work in equalizing the competition and enabling you know, games to not be so one-sided, because those strategies that do win those games fast would be known, right? Everyone would be able to see those strategies. So good teams would have to not just have a gimmicky strat, they would have to have a plan and fallback plans if that strat is realized or it doesn't fulfill itself. I think that would do a great job at equalizing the teams. Teams would have to rely a lot more on FPS skill. And we do see a gap in skill, obviously. Some of these teams are very high skilled. But like last week, we saw with the 5 versus PKKA, it wasn't an issue. There was a skill gap in the 5, sorry, not PKKA, 38th. So the 5 French team versus 38th was playing, and it wasn't a skill gap lead towards. It wasn't a skill gap lead towards 38 that won the game. It was strategy and executing that strategy well. The 5 were out killing, not 2-1, but from my anecdotal view of the map, they were getting 2-3 kills to the 38's 1 or 2 kills, right? So they were clearly getting, the 38th was clearly getting out killed, but they still managed to win from some really nice strategies, using pre-drop supplies, pre-set up garrisons, almost core-esque. That's something that's reminiscent of core. They're always ready to go for the next point. It's always set up. It did take 38th a little longer, but they were able to execute. They almost won 5-0. I think if they were a little more bold, they would. We actually have the scar for this flip. Okay, so that is something different. We did see this same flag layout, I believe, when these two teams played on the reverse side. So we're going to see the opposite side of this now. What does 1/16th have off the top? And can PKKA replicate the success that 1/16th had off the get-go last time? That's going to be something interesting to watch here. Of course, we're going to go into game right now, though. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is week 9.5 action with PKKA versus 1/16th Greyhounds. Enjoy, guys. Oh my God! Look at all the bodies! Oh my God! That didn't work! Let's go! 38's going for a cap race! Excuse me there. Apologies, misclick. Welcome, everybody, to the last match of the Week 9 HPL Hurricane Forest rotation. We are on Hurricane here with 1/16th versus PKKA. I am your sole commentator today, Ethan Hammer. Hope everyone's doing great. Apologies for that little wait there. I know we're about 20 minutes behind schedule. We did have a big crash. We have double flipped the map. We are ready to go. On your right side here, we have the German Titans of 1/16th getting ready to move out to the Scar in the middle here. You can see markers already going down for artillery, move markers, 3 move markers, garrison marker on the back there in the mid, another artillery marker there. The move out's looking like a 1-man tank. Interesting there. That's going to be interesting. Probably going to be posted up on the backside with that light tank. We do have a full transport truck here. In the middle, we have recon tank, 1-man again by Beaker. Okay. Medium tank. We have 2, I believe. Nope, that's 1 transport truck and 1 supply truck. And then on the bottom, a second recon. So 1-manning the recon here from 1/16th. That's an interesting strategy that I haven't seen so much. And then you see on the bottom here, so big combat width coming out. These are going to be the ones that are looking to go to midpoint. Interesting though, the 1-man, 3 1-man tanks. We're going to have the light, the recon here, and then a second recon on the bottom with just mass amounts of infantry coming in. Be interesting to see if we could see PKK, what they're going to do. I really hope they throw everybody at this. I mean, there is a snipe marker out here. There could be a Panzer II snipe going on over on the side over here. So that could be interesting. Artie snipe looking to come out. The first week, though, we did see 1/16th take this road on the middle here and go through the bushes towards the Scar, the trees. Now you can see those on the right side of our map here. They drove straight through here and got onto the Scar, and it was a very effective strategy. I want to see if PKKA can replicate that today, and I would love to see them do it. It's hard for the Axis side here because while there is the high ground, there's not a lot of cover. There's, 2, 3 trench systems, but nothing really connecting to the bottom trench system here. So when they come in the open, right in this midpoint, they're really nice pickings for any machine gunners, tanks, snipers, or anybody with a good eye that's looking to shoot out here. All right, game has begun. Both teams are rolling out. We got, yeah, lots of commitment here from 116th to the point. 2 full transport trucks, medium tank coming, recon tank, light tank gonna be on the north side. Recon tank a little slow. We do have a snipe coming out from Beaker. Looks like Beaker's trying to hit a specified spot. He is way back there. Not too sure if he hit anything though. And we are seeing, wow, looks like PKKA scuffed that deployment. They stopped the truck way too far back, and we're already seeing cap progress coming in here from 116th. Lots of explosions from artillery coming out. PKA is getting some people onto point here, but just not enough. They're gonna have 1 squad. Oh, and that squad gets absolutely destroyed by artillery. They're not gonna have a spawn. Their spawn is a little further back on the truck, and that is gonna be easy pickings here. It's only 3 members of PKKA survived that. The rest of the guys that are trying to flood down the hill, okay, never mind, as the spawn wave does come in on that OP, but Chal's gonna have to be careful because he's the only one with the spawn down on this side here. 60% cap for 116. They're going to look to make it 100 as that transport truck does go down on the right side of your screen here. Only 3 members of PKKA. Otto's going to have the frag of his life. Is nice artillery coming out from PKKA, destroying about 3 or 4 members of 116th. But check the south side. A lot of members of 116th coming on the south side. Otto's going to have to be careful. Luch is going to have to be careful here. They're getting pushed, and I don't know if they know about it yet. Cap progress still going on for PKKA though, for 116th, as they look to solidify control on this point. %98 on the cap. Looks like it is going to shift to 116th. Nice job from 116th on the rollout there, taking it 3-2 off the top. Coming down to, yeah, just solid rollout. PKKA stopped on the other side of the river. Now, that's something we haven't seen from other teams. Other teams are very aggressive, especially Redline, 116th. When they're pushing from the ally side, they get right up on the backside here of the bunker and really look to take control of the point, even though they are coming somewhat at a disadvantage. So that was nice to see. I really wish PKA would have thrown a few more bodies. I'm not too sure if the snipe worked. That recon was doing something sneaky. Let's rotate a little bit here. There is a little battle going down on the side here between PKKA. It looks like they're setting up on the next point, which is way back overlook. Apologies for the Germans in the chat. I scuffed that definitely. Not too much up here in the attacking realm from 116th. Look like they're getting set up with B and C squads moving up the hill on the road. L and J squad looking to go on the edge of the map with a marker already up for L squad. And yeah, PKK is trying to push back down this hill here, but don't know if that's going to be too effective on the left side of the map here. Let's see if we can spot out where the Lux is. That's a medium tank. I do not see the Lux right now. I heard him firing. Where's he at on the map? Oh, there he is. Okay. He's on top of the transport truck over here. Let's see if we can get on top of that Lux and check out what he's looking at. There we go. Lux takes a hit. Ooh, looking to snipe out that squad lead. Bears out on top of the hill. Does so, but he gets taken out. Nice shot. There is definitely a PKKA tank somewhere hidden on this ridge line, because that was not... Oh, there we go. He's taking shots. He's going to go down. German going down from PKKA off the bat. Nice shot from the Panther. That's what peeped it out on the other side, all the way back here. We're going out to the wide view. We can see already progress made from Bravo and Charlie squads. Lima squad going to be getting supplies on the north side to try and set up a garrison and attack down onto the point here. While Bravo and Charlie start to set up an alternate flank also. There's already pre-done supplies here. So Kale's going to be looking to set a garrison up on these supplies and get a little pincer attack from both sides here. That's nice to see. Big spawning coming here. 4 outposts on the top. Looks like the majority of the push is going to come from the north and the south here. Nobody really pushing straight onto point. PKK doesn't have too much in terms of defensive on either of their flanks, though. South flank's looking a little thin. Only King and Demont over here on this south flank. Rotating to the north side, you can see, yeah, not too many. A few more people on the north side, but not too many at all. And this is where the bulk of the 116 force is pushing in from on this north side. So I think PKK, oh, big spawn wave though coming in. Basu looking for a flank here, but that's a lot of members. We'll see if any arty gets dropped on top of that spawn wave. Possibly, definitely a garrison, or at least an outpost. Do we see a garrison? No, I see an outpost right there. Ooh, dropping bodies though. 3 kills down, only 2 left. Outpost is crushed on his Kutchinine. He's gonna smoke is that Marcus? Manrus in the face. Oh, Garrison is there. I am blind. Garrison goes down though. Nice little play there from 116 to take out the Garrison. Apologies for that. I'm definitely blind. All right, so what do we got here? We got spawns coming back on point. Looks like Garrison directly on the point there on the backside. Big spawn wave coming in from the boys who fell on the low ground. Already dropping. Looks like we also have another tank. Just get on top. 76 just chilling here. He's taking a few shots. Can we see where that Panther is? Oh yeah, we can. Is he right there in the smoke? No, there's definitely something shooting from the right side here. Yeah, it is. That's where the Panther is. Or is that an AT gun? That might just be an AT gun, honestly. Yeah, I can see the 2 boys firing there. I can't... There we go. Reloading there. Tank coming down the hill, exposing himself a little more. Spawn wave comes in. More shots just going straight into that front. Ooh, AT gun gets spotted out and destroyed. Nice shot there from the PKKA tank. Absolutely devastating the 116th gun, but the 116th is making lots of progress onto this point. PKK's defensive perimeter is getting smaller and smaller by the minute. I mean, you can see here, pincer attack coming down. Basu's set up in the back end. Basu's gonna be looking to set up for the second point here. Bombing run goes down on the Scar. Not too sure what that bombing run was doing. I mean, that's gonna hit nobody here. Is there gonna be an airhead off of this from PKKA? Are we gonna see an airhead attack? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of why they would do that. Not really killing anybody. Let's get a little higher up here, see if we can see something there. Attacking bombing run does come down from 116th. Oh, okay, yeah, airhead down on point. PKKA going for the cap race. Hello. I love to see that. Okay, bombing run very effective though on the attack. Both sides taking a little bit out of the cap. PKKA is actually capping faster than 116th though. We can't see anything because of the smoke. Big smoke coming out. Big bombing run, and PKKA is gonna look to take this point. Defense, PKKA is in a good spot. They're still capping about 50%. Where's the respawn from 116th here? In the smoke, I mean, nobody can see anything. And PKKA is going for broke here. Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna win the cap race and go up 3-2 in this? 116th is back on the cap race, almost to 50%, but they're trailing PKKA by about 10% here. So if it stays this way, PKKA will go up 3-2 in this fight. Oh my God, crazy. Spawn wave coming back here from 116th, stalling the cap momentarily, but they're still up by 5%. What can they do? 2 go down on point from PKK, stalling the cap even more, and it's gonna be really close. About 5% on the cap race. Hardpoint getting contested now by a full squad of 116th. Are the bodies here? The reinforcements are far behind. PKK is gonna take this cap race. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Off 116th, I said they had to make crazy plays, and they are making crazy plays. PKK looking to take it 3-2 here on the flip. They should have spotted out the garrison on the backside here from 116th. Sharado should have that insight. Now barring a crate, oh, hold the phone though. Cap is now going down. Not enough bodies of PKK left in point. Oh no! And 116th is gonna go up 4-1. Respawn wave comes in. It's too late though. It's too late. They're gonna lose the point. Oh no, PKKA almost does it with the balls to the wall play, but they're gonna end up going down 4-1 here. Hats off to PKKA though. That was a crazy attempt. And that's what I love to see. That's gotta give them some hope for this game. They go down 4-1, but I mean, hey man, you gotta tip your hat to that. They almost pulled it off within a few kills. Now, if there was only that spot on the garrison, they would have been able to see that. Oh man, that is so close. Going for the cap race versus 116th and almost pulling it off, man. It was so close. However, on the flip here, we're looking at the last point. 116th in a very good position here to take this 5-0. They have OPs up, garrison up on the friendly lines here. You can see 2 Garys up right on the line. You got Metaphil over here, Commander 116th with the setup. You got Kale over here with the OP inside. Nobody, oh, you do have somebody harassing 007 JU and his counterpart Maddock harassing artillery on the backside. But man, hats off to PKKA for attempting that cap race. They almost pulled it off. They were so close. Beautiful airhead, I believe, and beautiful smoke arty and a beautiful bombing run, really setting that up for them. If they were able to get the garrison and have 3 more bodies on point, they would have taken that and went up 3-2. Hell Let Loose is a crazy game, ladies and gentlemen, and we almost saw PKK go up 3-2 in this game. Unfortunately for them, they're on the back foot now, and there is contestation on this last point. You can see, just look at the numbers. Look at the blue wave coming into point. We're seeing cap progress. Now, does PKKA have a reinforce? What do they have? They probably don't have an airhead. I don't know if they have a reinforce. They possibly used that on the last point. If they didn't, they would want to be dropping that now. But really bad position here for PKK. Looks like they're going to be going down 5-0. They need something. Gun runs are up. Bombing runs probably not going to be up, as we just saw that on the midpoint. But man, great effort to them. 20-30% cap now. There just isn't the bodies back from PKKA to take this one. Let's go on board with Kale here, and let's see what his POV looks like. He's going to be looking to shoot out some boys. We got a tank over here, 76. Ooh, big spawn wave from PKK coming in though. This is not over yet, folks. Contesting the point right now. Garrison's in a really bad spot though. I mean, 3 or 4 machine guns are just absolutely lighting this Gary up. Smoke comes out, smart play there. Smoke comes out, gonna provide a smoke screen. This next wave is gonna be massive. Does 116th have any tanks or rockets for this though? That's what they'll need. Spawn wave comes out on the OP off of the Gary. Smart decision there. Rockets and grenades coming in. Second spawn comes in, gets into point. Cap is still not being capped. A lot of bodies here spawning in for PKK, but they're going to need to be getting kills here. And I think once the tanks come here from 116th, it's going to be in a bad shape on point for PKK. Machine guns, bullets flying everywhere. Where is the armor from 116th though? That's what I'm asking myself. Recon tank yeeting up to the front here. That's about it. 3-man recon tank. Nothing else in terms of armor coming out from 116. So that recon tank, it's going to be all they got here. Battle still going on in point. Nobody really winning this one. Just so many bodies. I mean, it is the last point from PKKA. But man, that garrison is in the open. All it takes is 1 rocket, and I think this game is over. Recon plane coming down from 116th. I think they're going to look to go for a bombing run and 5-0 this game fairly quick. The 75 does pull back a little bit here, just not wanting to get shot by those ATs on the hill. Looks like Manusa, or Man USA, whatever you want to be called, is going to be looking to get a snipe onto this Gary. Does he have the angle though? looking to get it. I don't know if you can see it. Smoke comes up. That's going to be hindering it. We got Puma also on the hill in front of us here. Don't know if he has a peek on the Gary or not. Gary gets marked out. Puma should be able to see it. Go on board with him. He is trying to make his way downtown through the forest. Good driving here from the 116th driver. Able to dip, duck, dodge, and dodge through the forest. Won't be able to see the Sherman just yet. Sherman is behind the building in front of us here, but he's going to be looking to get a nice flank onto this this Gary. Go on board with him again. Oh, he's just going to drive straight into the trench here. Watch out. Stomps an outpost. Is he going to shoot? Oh, he misses. what a whiff there. HE Rocket completely whiffs. Oh, roadkill there. He's just gonna run people over. No care in the world. Just drive forward. There you go. Another roadkill comes out. Missing Krakadooji on the top there. I'm loving the roadkills here from this Puma. That's a lot of fun. Now if he drives forward, oh, looks like the Sherman's trying to engage. Yeah, Sherman has turned, is aware of this. It is a 76 now. They brought the big boy out to play. 76 has no idea this. He should. He's running back to base. Nitri gonna jump out and not see the American on top. Krakadooji's just chilling there. And he doesn't know how to not see each other. Nitri, how do you not hear or see? There we go. He's gonna get shot in the back. Nitri's dead. Lux is looking to shoot this. What a weird tank fight we have here. 76 has no idea. Puma has no idea. There's a Lux trying to shoot the 76 too. Puma's trying to angle around to shoot the infantry. Let's get back. Let's get back on the point and see here what's going on. Yeah, more cap progress coming. Possibly now. Ooh, 75 yeeting in. Where are you going? Hey buddy, where are you going? X is like, I'm not gonna waste it by chasing you. See you later. As the AT from, I believe that is Geed, gonna take out the 75. Not too sure what he was doing, or Offenman possibly. Yeah, more cap progress coming in here from 116. Oh, Puma or another tank gonna take out the infantry on the backside. Ooh, okay, we're hearing a bombing run coming down now. Let's get some elevation and chop this out. On the backside, gonna take out a few boys on this Charlie 3 here. There was a position there. Oh, also a tank going down, heavy tank going down here for 116th on the hill. Damn, nice play here. I believe that must have been one of the PKKA tanks, but you know what? Sounds like a second bombing run coming in. Okay, there's the retaliatory bombing run, and you know what? That bombing run on the backside might take out the garrison, but doesn't do anything for all the bodies on point. Look at all these 116th blueberries on point. They're chilling. Nothing to take him out. Tank marked down on the backside here. Not too sure where that is. Not seeing anything. Lux is hitting it hard, but there's just nothing there. Let's get a little closer into this one. Not too sure if there's a tank in the smoke or what. Oh, no, he's on the main road. Okay. 76 pulls up. Some cover comes out by the garrison. More supplies going down. PKKA are looking to build a fortress here on point with the backup of armor. Nice and easy. Looks like he did take out a heavy Tiger tank easily from 116th. He's going to be the anchor on this point. If they lose this tank, they lose the game. They cannot lose the tank here. Oh my god, rocket from the left, rocket from the right. Who was on that rocket? Not seeing him right now, but that was a nice shot, whoever it was. That's going to take out a bunch. Oh my god, nice rocket coming in. I believe that was from Cyro. Just demolishes everyone there. Garrison's still up though for spawns. Rockets from every angle. There is no reprieve from the rockets. They're just coming in from everywhere over here onto point. Gary's still up though. 116th is gonna take it though. They have the bodies. They have the Gary, and I don't see any members of PKKA up. 116th just doing a swarm on point here. Only one left is going to be that 76, and unfortunately that's not going to be enough as the satchel looks to be placed on the back, on the side, sorry. Black Swan's getting the satchel, and that's going to be all she wrote for this game. Momentarily though, we are seeing, I believe, no, where's PKKA off of this? They have bodies in sector, just no one near the strong point. That 76 is going to go down though, and that's going to be game. Big balls coming out from PKKA. I mean, with that airhead play, with that bombing run, they showed us that they have what it takes to contest points. They just need to do it quicker, and they just need to get that Gary. If they had gotten that Gary, they would have went up 3-2. Big spawn wave coming out on the south though, momentarily contesting. Don't think it's going to be enough at the end here. PKKA going to be dropping this 5-0 for 116th. Hey, props to PKKA though. They made it interesting. They almost went up with that airhead play. The chat, you can see now in a delay going ham about that one, but only a moment now before this one ends 5-0. Unless some crazy plays can come in here. I don't see any armor, no real recon coming out. And this one's gonna end 5-0 for 116, taking it in not so quick as fashion as one might have thought here. PKK really put the ball to the wall and challenged 116 to hold that middle point. Yeah, ending 5-0 from 116. Wow. Wow. Huge risk from PKKA on that, but like we said before the top, they had to do something. We had to see some attack from them. They almost pulled it off. I mean, that garrison, honestly, they were on that point. If they could just taken out the garrison, there would have been no spawn from 116th. That would have gone 3-2, and that would have made the game really interesting. PKKA's taken the middle point 3 times this season. They've taken it against 38th, with just a better play, a better move to the midpoint on Carrington, but then a misplay on Town Center with a satchel destroying everybody there. They took it against the 5 with a good artillery, pre-planned artillery, took out a squad of the 5, let them took that midpoint, and they almost took it again today versus 116th, which, let's be honest, was completely shocking when it happened. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't get the Gary on point. They weren't able to get enough bodies and enough kills on point. 116th by a hair goes up 4-1 and then eventually 5-0, taking this game in the end. But huge shout out to PKKA. This was great. We want to see more of you guys doing these kinds of plays. You really caught 116th sleeping there and really close came to going up 3-2 against a really good German side here. But yeah, what can you say about that game? I want to see more of it. I want to see more. Next week, if PKK is playing, I want to see them do these strategies. I want to see more attacking boldness from them. On the defensive side, of course, I want to see more defensive from them. They're getting caught up on their Garys. And you saw once or twice they get stuck on a Gary. Very, very compact defense. I'd love to see them spread out more. You know, when they spawn on a Gary, spread out and set up their defense. Maybe take the high ground a little more. I know Basu was back there on the high ground. Probably would have snuffed out a garrison if he did. But taking that high ground, spreading out in cover, and just, if you're defending, wait for those defenders to come. Look out for where the drops are coming early in the match, because we did see, especially pushing onto that 4th point in the side of 116th, they were able to get supplies down in the back. I would have loved to see those get spotted out and possibly taken out. But, you know, hindsight is 2020. But props to you know, PKKA for putting on that attacking effort unsuccessfully, but very close. And about also props to 116th. I mean, they got caught with their pants down, and they were able to redeploy. They were able to get some killers onto point and to absolutely absolutely kill everyone who was left. Props to everyone there respawning. I believe it was like a 2 or 3 before at one point. And that fight was won. So, you know, things to work on for next time. PKK, just making sure you get the garrisons. If you're going to do that bold play, make sure you hit it and you make it work, because that could have been a huge, like, imagine that 3-2 PKKA, you know, 15-20 minutes in. Oh my God, the chat would have been going insane. I know they were already going insane because of because of what happened. But it would have been truly, truly insane here if that was able to be pulled off. But oh, unfortunately, it wasn't. And you know what? That's okay. Like we said at the top, just try some boldness. Try some crazy plays. If it doesn't work, that's okay. We just need to have something new from the attack, and that's definitely something we saw. We did see it here from PKKA. So props to them. Props to 116th. Both teams coming out and showing up today. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with some more action from the HPL. Hope everyone's doing good and has a good weekend, rest of the weekend. See you till next time. Bye. Oh my god! Look at all the bodies! Oh my god! I didn't work! Let's go! 38 school for a cap race!